Stop, no ads. This is my summer job. I'll take you through it. Hello and welcome yet to another vlog. My name is Chieta and welcome to Chieta TV. Okay, so I've recorded this video like 3 times now. The first time it wasn't recording. The second time my battery went off and nothing saved. So today we are going to be talking about my working experience in summer in Poland. So last year I decided to go for a summer job. So we were recruited by this agent who was based in the small town that we were going to work in. So it's more of a town because I don't think there are villages here. So I think it's a town. So we went there, and what the agent wanted for us to start work, because that obviously that's going to be the question, like what document did we provide the agent and how much we paid the agent. So first of all, we provided documents such as our passports and the place where it was stamped for the charity, or if you had a valid visa, you would also provide your visa, and you had to provide school documents, that is the school certificate showing that you're a student here in Poland. And the second one was your school ID, because they needed the just to confirm that you're a student and your student number and stuff. So we had to provide all that. And yes, we didn't pay the agent. Our money was, the agent's fee was going to be deducted from our monthly salaries. So we were actually paid hourly, and we were provided with accommodation, and free accommodation. Actually, it was free. We didn't pay anything, but we had to make our own food. So we would prepare our own food there. They had a stove, they had a washing machine, they had working water, everything was okay. So this house had like a number of housemates. We were like 50 in that house. It was a big house. It was a 2-story house, and we had like schedules when everyone would clean. Like we had schedules for cleaning the house to maintain healthy habits. So now about the work. I was working in a meat factory. It was a meat factory, and we worked from Monday to Friday. Then sometimes you'd work Monday to Sunday. Then Monday to Saturday. Then you get Sunday off. So Sunday was always an off. So it depended with which part you were working in, because I worked in the box section, where you had to just provide boxes and label boxes so that they would be available for packing. So this was one of the easiest jobs, actually. We'll talk about that later. So now at work, what they provided, at work they would provide you with a contract for 3 months. So for you to get the job, first you had to pass the physical test, which included the salmonella test and the physical test. They would take you to the doctor and just measure your weight, your length, and just see if you have any weaknesses on your body, because some of the jobs were like carrying like large loads of meat and putting it there, and would stand for a very long time. So that's one of the things that they actually would like look at. So now back to the work. We would work in shifts, like 2 shifts. I'm not so sure now, no longer sure about the time that we were working, but I think it was 8 to 9 hours a day. I'm no longer sure. I think it was 8 hours, but the Polish constitution says 8 hours, I think. So I think we were working like 8 hours, and there were 2 shifts. So some would go in the morning, some would go in the evening. So usually you would alternate every week. So let's say this week you're going in the morning, next week you would go in the evening, which is, I would prefer going in the morning anyway, but you'd be so tired and sleepy because in the house it was so noisy, and when the other people came, it was just noisy. Okay, so at work they would provide food at lunch, and you could take let's say smoke breaks, but these sometimes if you tap your card, they would deduct money from your pay. So it was always wise to just take your bathroom breaks during the big break. And the best thing was that they would provide different dishes for the whole 5 days a week. So you would have different dishes, and that was good. I actually liked the beans with sausage soup. I'm not so sure what the name of the soup is, but if you know it, please comment in the comment section and tell me what the name of the soup is. So it was fun, but I ended up not spending like the whole month working there, because for me it was a bit tiresome. And working was not like the problem, but standing for 8 hours like straight, no, it was so too much for me. And also the other difficulty was communication, because the people who were in my team were people who could not understand English or speak English. And I was the only English speaker who was there. So we had like Georgians and Ukrainians, so, and some Polish people. So the communication was really difficult. It was really difficult to communicate with them. So I would spend most of my time just sitting there, doing my boxes and trying to understand what they were trying to communicate with me. But overall, they were friendly. The people there were so friendly and nice. I never felt like I was being excluded or anything. They would try their best to communicate with me. So they were so nice. So I ended up leaving, like I said, because like the job, like standing for 8 hours for me, it wasn't cutting it out. So after leaving the job, I was paid my dues and they were accurate. Everything was okay. And also, before I forget, that in the accommodation they would provide bedding also. So it was a mattress and blanket. So everything was provided for you. But obviously you would choose to come with your own blankets. And I then went to work in a restaurant, which I will never do. The money was okay, the working hours were the same, but the food part, I never ate. I only ate once. No, I'm not being greedy here. I'm not being, I love that food, guys. Food, working in, oh my goodness. So my duties in this restaurant now was to clean the dishes. So I was cleaning the big pots, those big pots which they make food with, and cleaning the floor and making sure that the shelves were clean. So, but the other thing was that also the people didn't speak English, and mostly of them they were boys, so they would always speak like in their own languages. I'm no longer sure where they came from. They would always speak in their own foreign languages, and like I really felt excluded, because my duties were just to be standing there at the sink, and you would be standing there like the whole 8 hours. And when you want to take a break, something happens, like you have to peel the potatoes, you have to, sometimes you'd end up doing the cooking also, like preparing the food also, like you should prepare this, like they teach you how to do it, like I ended up doing more than I was supposed to do, because when I agreed to the job, I was told that you're supposed to just do the dishes. Then it came to me doing the peeling, me doing some of the cooking for the simple things, which for me didn't go well, because now, one, I would be there for 8 hours, two, I didn't have like breaks, and three, I didn't have anything to eat. Yeah, the food part, I'm African, so for me that didn't sit well with me, so I ended up leaving the restaurant.